Greetings, YouTube. Happy Monday. I know this is a little bit later than you're used to, but my Monday, Wednesday schedule of teaching, I have a lab that goes until about an hour to an hour and a half after the new offer is posted. So this will be how my Monday and Wednesdays look like from now on, and probably my Thursdays as well. But rest assured, I will get an offer review up on YouTube to kind of help make your informed decision better at some point during that day. It'll just be later. And when I saw this message, I thought, oh, this is going to be like a shady reason why we haven't seen Alliance War boosts in the inventory in a really long time. In fact, that's another video I'm going to edit tonight, because where have they been? It's been about a month since we've seen some of them appear, and it's just very concerning that we don't have a chance to buy them with our loyalty in weeks. So I thought, oh, they're just waiting for us to spend cash on them. But then when you go to the unit store, you see what is inevitably one of the worst values, if not the worst value, that typically pops up. And it's amazing to me because there are a lot of people who pushed back on how positive I was with the $100 daily calendar for January that not only gave you like 4 total Tier 4 class catalysts of your choice of the specific class, but also a ton of extra items, and especially like 2.5 Tier 2 alphas by the time it was done for $100. And so the same people who said it was a ripoff to get all of that, including 2.5 Tier 2 alphas for $100, are the same people that are going to buy 3 of these, because there's a limit of 3, and inevitably spend $120 or $20 more than they scoffed at the January 1st daily calendar to get 3 4 stars. I mean, it just blows my mind. Now, in fairness, you do get 1,000 5-star Hero Crystal Shards per bundle, or 3,000 5-star Hero Crystal Shards for $120, which is far from a good value. And then something that I do love, which is that 30% greater champion boost. Now, these are becoming more and more common for deals, even unit-based deals. So I used to value them at about 300 units a piece. I think I probably have to cut that in about half and say that that's about 150 units per, but multiply it times 3, you've got 450 to 500 units worth of value just in those 30% boosts alone. And if you look at that, that's about $15 worth of guaranteed value worth of boost. So that does lower the price tag a bit on these from $40 to about $20 to $25. But with that being said, $20 is still a bit too much to pay for an 80% gamble, because you have the chance to get one of these in the Alliance War Defense Crystal. This also is just a friendly reminder for people who claim when I make a video that Kabam has their own tier list, that's wrong. Like, Kabam clearly has their own tier list. They know who the best, most common defenders are. I'm sure they have algorithms that tracks everything, especially the most common defenders. And so this builds upon that. Now, there are certain defenders on this that I'm just kind of confused why this crystal doesn't have some other champions. And I do remember we have seen this crystal at least once before, and I said the same thing in that last video that I would say now. Not that Groot is the worst defender ever. I do think King Groot's better with the guaranteed passive regeneration. But why not trade out Groot for Killmonger on this, right? Killmonger is one of the best defenders in the game, especially on node 29. And to have a Killmonger in this, especially a chance for a 5-star Killmonger, would make this bundle so much better. Now, you still get plenty of great champions, and I do appreciate that this has Emma Frost and Domino and Korg and Iron Man Infinity War, which are 4 of the top defenders in the past year. But then you've got a lot of chances for other champs that are just okay. Bishop, Taskmaster, Black Panther Civil War, the aforementioned Groot, Spider-Man Classic, Kingpin. All of these are champions that really, if you told me that I would spend $40 in total for a 5-star of them, I actually would probably turn it down. There are also champions, though, that you're going to love. Obviously, Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, Medusa, and Void, the first 3 on this list, are all guaranteed game changers, especially when you have Medusa and Void Awakened. Spider-Man Stark Enhanced is the only one of those 3 that you can get straight out as a 5-star and use regularly. Personally, I would also like to get a 5-star Mephisto or dupe my MODOK, or I still, even after months and months and months, have not duped my Red Hulk. That would be great. You know how much I love someone like Quake. Doc Ock is great. Spider-Man Symbiote's underrated, though I don't really know him as a defender necessarily. He's kind of upper tier of both defensive and offensive, but certainly not in the same class as Spider-Man Classic for defense. But yeah, it's really fascinating to see this group of champs. By the way, if you're wondering if I should talk about it or not, this is an even worse value for $20, and really an 80% chance for a 3-star is terrible. This value should be cut in half. I think this should absolutely be worth $10. If you have to take out the 30% greater champion boost and change it to a 20% to sacrifice that $10 savings, do it, because I'll be a lot more likely to endorse this bundle if they do that. But as it stands, that is D- level value for most people, maybe even worse than that if you're getting a 3-star of most of those champions. This one, it does have obviously a higher ceiling, and don't get me wrong, if you spend $40 on this and you get a 5-star Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, or you get a 5-star Iceman, or you get a 5-star Void, especially if you have the means to awaken Void, this is a really, really great $40. But it's a huge gamble. You are essentially pulling the hand of a slot machine on one of these types of deals, and that's why it's hard for me to really endorse these, because there is a limited amount of guaranteed value in this. Yes, the 30% boosts are great, and the 1,000 5-star shards is not too bad. If I could tweak this one, I would lower it to $30 and probably change the guaranteed 5-star shards from 1,000 to 2,000, because at this point what we have seen is a guaranteed 5-star featured crystal for $100 in this game. And so if you change the price from 40 to 30 in limited 3, that would actually get you 3 shots at a 5-star for under $100, and that would be right around the same value as we've seen in some of the other options. But the 120 price tag for 3 of these, it's just too high, especially when you only have a 20% drop rate. Now, with that being said, I know I'm going to get screenshots in the Line app of people sending me 3 5-stars from this or 2 5-stars from this. And obviously, that's a much better value for that person than the average summoner. Now, of course, if it's a 5-star Miles Morales and a 5-star Groot, still not great value. But if it's a 5-star Domino and a 5-star Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, you've just made it into my weekly luck rundown video, because that's amazing. So best of luck if you're going for this. I totally get the appeal. My one improvement besides the price would be to replace Killmonger with Groot in this. I think Killmonger needs to be in this. He's a fantastic defender, such a great champion, and someone that I'm still confused and perplexed why he isn't in this. But otherwise, there is my rundown. Again, sorry these videos are going to be an hour to 2 hours later than I usually post them, but for the duration of the semester, which goes until May, I will be teaching during the time that those offers come out, and obviously I'm going to put my career first versus my awesome hobby that I enjoy. But thank you for supporting my Marvel Contest of Champions YouTube page and hobby, and good luck if you're going for these. Just know the risk involved: 80% chance you're getting a 3-star on the right or a 4-star on the left.